Okay, so apparently, the wrestler known as CM Punk has signed with the UFC and is going to be fighting in the octagon with the rest of them. I find this news to be kind of funny and interesting. First off, CM Punk, I only got into wrestling about a year ago after having not watched it since I was a little kid in the Attitude Era. So, I had just gotten in when CM Punk left. And I don't know a whole lot about him. I do know enough. I know that he was a great heel. He was great on the mic. A bit of an ego-driven person on and off the WWE stage. And I don't know. I don't really dig the personality that much, but he's a pretty good wrestler. But for him to join in WWE or I'm sorry, in the Octagon, is a little strange. He's not a very big guy. Um, Even for the guys in his weight class, they're much. I don't know. They look more fit than he is, and I'm not trying to shit on the guy's build or anything, but I don't know if he can go toe to toe with somebody that's a trained fighter. Don't get me wrong, wrestlers don't get enough credit with their amount of athleticism that they bring to the table, and just their sheer, uh, just the sheer amount of beatings they take. Because don't fool yourself, wrestling isn't fake. I mean, the outcome of a match is fake, and a lot of the punches and the blows are pulled. But when they're getting slammed, they're getting slammed. When it's well, it is a show. It's like theater, but it is. They take a lot of bumps, and wrestlers are very, very tough. But I don't know if toughness will be enough for him to do anything in the UFC. I don't really follow the UFC, but I do watch it occasionally, and I feel like he's probably trying to fill this void after he left the WWE. I heard he was writing for like Marvel on some Thor comic. That's very strange, and doing all this kind of busy work. You could tell he's not really. You could tell he wants to wrestle again, I guess. I mean, I know more about the guy's personality than I've actually seen his work in the ring. I've heard of him on Mark Maron, and I just hear things about him. He's very much a punk. He doesn't really give a shit about what anybody thinks and does what he wants, and I kind of respect that. And but he is really heavy-handed with the whole like straight edge thing. I feel like it's like enough. We get it. You're straight edge. You're better than us. Jeez. And he's not even like I feel like straight edge people are like you have to have some vice. Doesn't he have like a Pepsi tattoo? It's caffeine. Doesn't that count for something? He's addicted to caffeine drinks. That's an addiction. That's why straight edge is like a bit of a contradictory uh what do you call it? Lifestyle. I guess. I mean it's good to not to do drugs and stuff. That shit's bad for you. But ramming it down our throats is just obnoxious. I think that was part of the heel gimmick, but also a lot of his real personality probably came out in that. And I've heard a few backstage stories where he's been very holier than thou, and you know, talking down to other wrestlers, like don't you have any self-respect, or like don't you have any respect for the business? Like you're coming in, you're doing. I think someone was playing like video games, or somebody was digging around. I don't remember. Or they came in late. Something weird. Yeah, like Jericho did something, and he denied him like a tag for an entire show. What a dick! No, and Jericho was supposed to get in. It wasn't meant to be like that, so that's pretty lame. But I don't think he will be very good in the UFC. He'll have to do some serious training and really, really learn what he's doing uh, to stand with these big boys, because they're like the best in the world. And apparently, that's his gimmick. He's the best in the world, which is so arrogant. I don't really like CM Punk. I'm slowly realizing that. But It'll definitely be entertaining, but I really think he's trying to get like the Brock Lesnar credibility. But have you seen Brock Lesnar? That guy's a genetic freak. I mean, CM Punk's like the average guy. Brock Lesnar is a freak of nature. So we'll see what happens. I haven't really heard him say anything about it, except for this Vine that he put out, which I'll show you right now.
Hey UFC fans, this is CM Punk, and I will see you in the Octagon 2015.
So, like I said, we'll see. It's a little insulting. They're probably gonna put him against, like, the jobbers in UFC, like, the kind of low card fighters that have, like, a pretty bad record, and they just, they're just there so that Punk can look good, pretty much. So, maybe he'll get one of those. But when he actually gets into a real fight, I don't know. That'll be a whole nother story. It'll be, like I said, it'll be really interesting to see. I definitely want to watch that. Would I pay money for something like that? Of course not. I don't know, but I'm sure a lot of people are willing to pay for money for that. And I'll certainly get my hands on it one way or another. But, yeah. It'll be cool. Thanks for listening to the video. Yeah. Thanks for listening to the audio log. I plan on doing more of these. These are kind of fun, and just a way for me to just talk about random crap and put it on YouTube. But, yeah. Have a good day, and take it easy.